I just kept thinking the three of us grew up in such different circumstances. I mean, what can I know about the world living in Highland Park? Robbie grew up in such... I looked for his teacher. I couldn't remember her name. I asked them, they'd never even heard of her.
He probably had to sneak off to class.
No, he did. Literally, I knew that. I tried to tell him about the dance Robbie and I were working on and how important he was to me with all that drive and having a friend that's that good at pushing you. He wouldn't let me talk about his dancing at all. I thought I could be truthful about something.
I wanted to see it.
Our dance?
It was good.
Yeah, even Larry liked it. No, it had no volume. You know, it was too much like Charlie's work anyway, but even my mother keeps a scrapbook and all she wants is grandchildren.
Someone to take over the business.
It's probably all I'm good for anyway, and quick. Oh, God, tell us about Canada. Maybe it'll take my mind off myself.
No joke, we have been like this for 3 days.
Feel my thigh.
Ooh.
It just hurt.
Must have been beautiful, huh?
Yeah, but more strange, actually. Very strange things happen to you up there. Very disconcerting. 2 days, it's 70-something. We're skiing across this hilltop, stark naked, carrying our backpacks.
That must have been scenic.
Yeah, sure. And the next day, it's 10 degrees and snowing. But amazing country. Incredible skies. Some of the land looks like the moon all gouged out. Very heavy glacier activity. Very barren. Very lonely. I missed you up there. I think I came up with an idea, though.
God knows we need one.
It's great.
A whole new thing. Not a space flight. A whole different venue. This one takes place up in maybe Jasper, way up in northern Alberta with the aurora. And, I don't know, about 10 different things. This one's weird. Amazing things happen to your mind. You feel like you're all alone or you're one with the something or... Well, we don't have to talk about it now.
No. What? Something should come from this week.
It was like this vision I had while we were going along the ridge. Top of the world, all that snow, that bright sun, it puts you in a kind of trance. And I began to see this whole story, a kind of weird-ass love story.
Burton, a love story?
Or really more like a what? The wives of the whalers or sailors out to sea.
The wives out to sea?
You know. No? Oh, great. The men, for years on end. And the wives, waiting on their widow's walk. Waiting, walking back and forth. Watching the water, watching the waves come in, the sun going down, and the men never coming home. Sort of their heart. Or the men out there on the sea, their heart. Where's the love? Or what is it, that power that allows those people to sustain those feelings? Through loss? Through death? Is it less than the feelings we have so they can humanly cope, or is it more? I think they felt things in a much more profound way. There's some humongous mega passion, something much deeper than what we know. I don't know.
I love it when you get an idea. You're so confused and enthusiastic.
Am I?
It's a good sign.
It's there. It's just a little fragmented. I got this book of Nordic tales. It's totally foreign from our stupid urban microcosm, all that crap.
I never write urban microcosms anyway.
Oh, I know. Thank God. Out there on the prairies, out in the seas of grass, sodbusters, some of those really huge distances, no one within 3,000 miles. What sustains those people? Out to sea, 2 or 3 years at a time. Some of those whaling voyages. The fortitude of that kind of love. God. But light, subtle. Don't bang them over the head. I don't know. I don't think I can use it.
Why not? It sounds terrific.
No, it isn't right. I'm writing and shooting it and be degenerated into some goddamn gothic horror. The handsome sailor away at sea. The evil brother usurps the estate. I've seen it 1,000 times. Right a sodbuster, they turn out a little house on the prairie.
No, do it. I want to see it.
No, it's just a band concert. Everything is so good. It makes you want to do something good too. Or I just haven't got that thing yet. How the environment impinges on the personalities of the men, the women, the what?
Robots.
No robots. I love the space stuff, but on this one I'm looking for passions, faith, myths, love, daring do, for God's sakes, heroes and heroines.
Senta throwing herself into the sea.
Who's Senta?
After the Dutchman sails away.
I don't know.
The Flying Dutchman?
I don't know the flying fucking Dutchman.
It's probably in your book of Nordic myths.
Really? The Dutchman is this sailor who is like condemned to perdition unless he can find a girl who will really love him. The problem is, he can only come ashore about once every 7 years or so to look for her.
Why?
You don't ask why in Wagner. Anyway, so he sails up to Norway and Senta falls in love with him. But she has this boyfriend hanging around and the Dutchman gets all uptight and he sails off again. And Senta throws herself into the fjord.
To prove she loved him.
To save him from perdition, to break the spell. The sea starts boiling and the Dutchman's ship sinks and all hell breaks loose.
Big finish.
I like the sea boiling. I'm not that much of an opera queen.
I am not an opera queen, Burton. I've seen opera queens, and believe me, I rank no higher than lady in waiting.
Oh, Christ. I forgot to call Signer. I'm supposed to have dinner with him today.
Don't call it off. Go. Go clean the media.
What do you want?
I just want to soak in a hot tub. Really, I've been in these clothes for 2 days. Go. Tell me about it.
No, I'm not ready for him yet. I shouldn't even be talking about it at this stage. It's the same song every time we meet. God knows what I'd say. I met him once after I handed in a first draft. He hands it back to me with this crushed look on his face. Says, "Whatever happened to the tiny Australian bushman?" I still don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Doesn't it just rip you to pieces what they do to your scripts? Did you see Far Voyager after they got through with it?
I saw my bank account when they bought it.
You don't need money.
Tell me what I need.
You're rich as Croesus. You were born rich as Croesus.
Even Croesus needed money.
There was some beautiful writing.
Beautiful writing? It's anathema to a movie. You can't get involved with it. You kill yourself. Start something else. Take your $500,000 split.
It could have been a good movie.
It could have been a good movie. There's no such thing as a good movie.
Far Voyager was wonderful.
There are no good movies. Did you coach him? It can't happen. A good movie, when it happens, which it might, once, on the roll of the dice in like 5 years. It's like this total aberration, a freak of nature like the Grand Canyon. They're ashamed of it. They can't wait to remake it in another 10 years and fuck it up the way it's supposed to be. Movies, there's some banker's speculation about how the American adolescent wants to be viewed that week, period. They're produced by whores, written by whores, directed
You
by...
don't need to tell me about whores. You're talking to somebody who works in advertising. Besides, I don't want to hear it. I think movies are gorgeous. Where did you come from? Who are you? What do you want? It's me, isn't it? You've always wanted me. You want to have your filthy way with me in the hot desert sun. Ravage me like I've never been ravaged before. Lust in the dust.
You memorize that?
Oh, Burton, you don't memorize. There are some things that are so true, they just enter your soul the first time you hear them. You should be producing your own stuff anyway. At least you wouldn't have done that pit in the pendulum scene in Far Voyager. Saved by 40 midgets.
Midgets?
I thought you saw it.
I just wrote it. I couldn't sit through it. I mean, I heard what they did, though, with the cave, with the vampire queen hanging upside down. I mean, who wants to put yourself through that kind of... Midgets?
Munchkins. They did everything but sing ding dong, the witch is dead.
Jesus, well, Signer Shorty gets off on little people. I'm not as intrepid as Anna. Quitting dance, trying to break into choreography.
Yeah. This late date by myself.
What, doll?
Nothing. What?
We're being insensitive and stupid.
No, I'm just out of it.
Would it be better if I left?
Actually, maybe so.
Okay.
You want to talk about Canada, and I want to listen, but all I want to do right now is soak in a hot tub. What time's your dinner?
I'll have to get some of this in the computer if I'm going to see him. I just came over. I wasn't sure you'd still be here. You finished with Houston?
Are you kidding? No. I'm back at noon for the reception tomorrow night. I didn't even pack. I just got on the plane. I don't suppose you have any desire to see Houston?
Why not?
No. I'm okay. I'm glad you're back.
Well, when we're not feeling so bad about this, we got to get away. Go up to the vineyard. Take a week off.
Maybe it's time for us to just move up there permanently.
I'd love it.
Bye, beautiful.
Yeah, sure. Take care of her. I got to get going. Call tomorrow?